Hello, my name is Francesco DeSantis, importer of the MiniPlane for the United States. Let me show you how to put the cage assembly onto the MiniPlane. You start by taking away the securing clips. There are two of them. You put the side poles on, 4 side poles. Make sure that the threads go in nice and easy. If they're not, stop, because otherwise you will break the threads. Once the 4 side poles are done, you move to the main unit itself. When you first get it, it may be a little tangled. And you may have to untangle it just a little bit, as I'm doing right now. You'll notice that one of the top holes will be on and the other one won't. Screw the second top hole on. Until the angle looks about right. Pick this back up temporarily. Position the two into the unit. And here you may have to either screw a little bit more or a little bit less until it all fits down there. If you push one side too fast, the other one will bind. You push it back up and then push it in evenly as much as you can. Once it's in, you want to secure them with the clips you took off earlier. Next, you do 1/2 at a time, and again, sometimes you might get caught on something. Just be careful when you're doing this so that you don't rip the netting. You secure the middle one first. Like so. Again, being very careful that it doesn't catch and rip the netting. Once half is done, you put it inside the bottom of the tubing by having one hand up here for leverage, 1 foot on the cage frame, and the other hand you use to bring it in. It's in 2 steps. So the first step, you just place it so that it holds. The second one is you bring it in like this. Then with your elbow, you give it the curve so that you can angle it in just nice. And you want to make sure it fits in completely over here. Once it's in, you secure this side like so. Do the other side the same way. And make sure that, again, none of the components are getting tied up. For instance, here, one of these little rings has got into the netting and now it's not there anymore. Same thing, so one hand here would be the opposite, 1 foot down here, and then with an underarm, you put it initially there, grab it again, using your elbow as leverage, and pushing it in. Then secure the netting. Now you connect the T-fittings to the side poles. Making sure that the T-fitting does grip onto the side pole. For instance, this one's not gripping. So you just make sure that the angle is proper. This is the tricky part. Once that's done, you'll notice that on each side you have 2 rings. So you want to put the inner ring on the opposite side and hook it to the hook that's on the opposite side, like so. Do the same thing on this side by crossing it over. And if you need to, it will be pretty tight. So position it and cross it over. Next, you use this one, the remaining ring, and you simply go here like this, putting it in. If you like it tighter, you can push it tighter and then do a second wrap. I always like it with a second wrap, like so. So it's nice and tight. and you even out the netting. Let's finish it over here by doing the same thing. You can even it out for a nice aesthetic look. And there you have it. The netting and cage is off.